Welcome to Relaxing History. Leave all the noise and the rush of the day outside the door. Now, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let your mind float through the dusty but fascinating pages of history. Tonight, we embark on a peaceful journey among the shadows of the past. If you are ready, let's unlock time. Chapter 1 of 3, The Silent Sea. This night, we are traveling further than we have ever traveled before. We are leaving the cities, the forests, and the oceans of Earth far behind. We are crossing the great void of space. We are drifting 240,000 miles away from everything we know, to the year 1969, to the surface of the moon. We find ourselves in a place called Mare Tranquillitatis, the Sea of Tranquility. But it is not a sea of water. It is a sea of ancient gray dust, frozen in time. It is night here, or at least, it is sleep time for the astronauts. Outside the window, the sun is still shining. On the moon, the day lasts for 2 weeks. The shadows are long and sharp like ink spilled on a white sheet. But the sky is absolute black. Even with the sun shining, there is no blue atmosphere to scatter the light. Just a deep, endless velvet black. Sitting on this silent plain is a small metal craft, the Lunar Module. The Eagle. It looks fragile against the rugged landscape. A spider made of gold foil and aluminum. It sits perfectly still. There is no wind to shake it. There is no rain to drum against its roof. There is only the vacuum. Let us go inside. The interior of the Eagle is small. It is the size of a broom closet. There are no seats. It was built to be light. The walls are thin, covered in gray instrument panels, rows of switches, and circuit breakers. 2 men are inside, Neil and Buzz. But tonight, we focus on the commander, Neil. The historic walk is over. The ladder has been climbed. The hatch has been sealed. Clank. Hiss. The pressure has returned to the cabin. They are safe inside their tiny bubble of oxygen. Neil is standing in the middle of the cabin. He is tired. A deep, bone-weary tiredness. The adrenaline of the landing, the awe of the moonwalk. It is all fading now, leaving behind a heavy calm. He takes off his helmet. Click, twist, lift. He floats it gently onto the engine cover. He runs a hand through his hair. It is matted with sweat. He takes a deep breath. And then, he notices the smell. It is a strange smell, a smell that no human has ever encountered before. The cabin smells of the moon, the fine gray dust. The regolith has clung to their spacesuits. It has come inside with them. It smells sharp. It smells like spent gunpowder, like wet ashes after a fire. It is the smell of a dead world. But to Neil, it smells of success. He floats slightly as he moves. The gravity here is weak, 1/6 of Earth's gravity. He feels light, effortless. If he pushes off the floor with his toe, he rises up like a balloon. It is a gentle, dreamlike sensation. Your body feels no weight. Your shoulders feel no burden. He moves to the small triangular window. He looks out. The view is paralyzed. Nothing moves. Not a pebble, not a grain of sand. The horizon is too close. Because the moon is smaller than Earth, the curve of the horizon is sharp. It feels like being on a mountaintop. And there, hanging in the black sky, is home, Earth, the big blue marble. It is breathtaking. It swirls with white clouds and blue oceans. It looks fragile, a Christmas ornament hanging in the dark. Neil presses his forehead against the cold glass. He raises his thumb and covers the entire Earth. Every person who ever lived, every king, every peasant, every war, every song, hidden behind his thumb. The realization brings a profound peace. The problems of the world are so far away. They are invisible from here. Here, there is only simplicity. The cabin is not silent. It has a voice. Listen to it. It is the sound of the glycol pumps, the fans circulating the oxygen, the electronics humming in the walls. It is a constant, steady drone, a white noise. It is not annoying. It is comforting. It is the sound of life. It is the sound of the machine protecting them from the void. Neil pushes away from the window. He floats back to the center of the room. The radio is quiet now. Houston has said goodnight. The loop is open, but no one is speaking. Just the static of the universe. He looks at the instrument panel. Hundreds of small lights. Green, amber, white. They glow softly in the dim cabin, like a city seen from an airplane. But he knows every switch. He knows every gauge. They are all reading normal. The ship is healthy. He begins to clean up. He moves slowly. In low gravity, you must move slowly. If you move too fast, you bounce. So he moves like a diver underwater, graceful, deliberate. He picks up a checklist. It floats in the air in front of him. He grabs it. The paper crinkles. He marks a checkbox with a pencil. Scritch. Eva, complete. He looks at Buzz. They nod to each other. No words are needed. They have shared the ultimate experience. Now, they share the ultimate exhaustion. The floor of the module is not really a floor. It is just a thin metal deck. Beneath it, the descent engine is still warm. Neil feels the vibration of the pumps through the soles of his boots. It is a massage for his feet. He closes his eyes for a second. Standing there, floating there, he pictures the footprints they left outside, pressed into the gray powder. Since there is no wind on the moon, those footprints will never blow away. They will stay there forever, for 1,000,000 years. A permanent mark of peace. He opens his eyes. The cabin is small, cramped, but it feels cozy. It is their lifeboat in the infinite ocean. Outside, the universe is harsh and cold. Inside, it is 70 degrees. There is oxygen. There is water. There is a friend. Neil unclips a hose from his suit. Click. The air hisses softly. He is ready to rest. He is ready to let go of the controls. For the first time in days, he does not need to fly. He does not need to calculate. He just needs to exist, floating in a tin can, far above the world. Chapter 2 of 3. The gold visor and the hammock. Neil floats gently in the center of the cabin. The main work is done. The checklists are stowed. The samples of moon rock are sealed in their boxes. Now, he must turn the ship into a bedroom. It is a strange time to sleep. Outside, the sun is blazing with a fierce, white intensity. On the moon, there is no sunset. Not for another 2 weeks. The light is blinding. It reflects off the white metal of the landing gear. It reflects off the gray dust. It floods through the triangular windows like a spotlight. Neil knows he cannot sleep with this glare. He needs to create the night. He reaches into a storage compartment behind him. Click. Slide. He pulls out a set of window shades. These are not ordinary curtains. They are stiff panels, made of the same gold-coated foil and black material as the insulation. They are designed to block out the harsh radiation of the sun. He moves to the commander's window on the left. He moves slowly, bouncing slightly on his toes. He holds the shade up to the glass. The light coming through is so bright it makes him squint. He aligns the corners. He presses the shade against the frame. Snap. The first fastener clicks into place. He presses the second one. Snap. And the third. Snap. With each click is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than the glare diminishes. The blinding white light is choked off. He moves to the right window. Buzz is doing the same. They work in silence. A choreography of shadows. Neil presses the final shade into place. Click. The transformation is instant. The cabin plunges into darkness. The only light now comes from the instrument panel. Hundreds of tiny, glowing buttons. Soft greens, muted ambers, and the faint, bluish glow of the electroluminescent displays. It looks like the cockpit of an airliner flying over a sleeping city at night. But there is no city below them. Only the dust. Now, the bed. The lunar module is tiny. There is no room for bunks. There is barely room to sit. So the engineers back on Earth created a solution. Hammocks. Neil pulls a bundle of white fabric from a lower compartment. It is rolled up tight. He unrolls it. Swish. The fabric is beta cloth, a special material made of fiberglass. It is fireproof, smooth to the touch. It feels cool and slippery, like silk, but stronger. He finds the attachment points on the walls, small hooks and pulleys. He attaches the head of the hammock. Clink. He pulls the fabric across the cabin. It stretches over the top of the ascent engine cover. He attaches the foot of the hammock. Clink. He tests the tension. He pushes down on the fabric with his hand. It gives slightly, then bounces back. It is taut, secure. It floats there, suspended in the middle of the room, a white cradle in the dim light. Neil prepares to get in, but he does not take off his clothes. He does not take off his spacesuit. It is too risky. If the cabin loses pressure, the suit is his only survival. So he keeps the heavy white suit on. He has already removed the helmet and the gloves, but the rest of the suit remains. It is bulky. On Earth, it weighed nearly 200 pounds. It was a burden. But here, in the weak gravity of the moon, the suit feels like nothing. It feels like a thick, comfortable quilt wrapped around his body. A protective shell. He climbs into the hammock. This is not like climbing into a bed on Earth. He does not lie down. He simply floats into it. He lifts his legs and drifts sideways. The hammock catches him. He settles his back against the fabric. The beta cloth conforms to his shape. The suit cushions him. He crosses his arms over his chest. The connectors for the oxygen hoses clink softly against the chest plate. Tap, tap. He adjusts the straps, tightening the hammock slightly so he doesn't float around while he sleeps, is less than #0. 5# is greater than. He feels the gentle pressure of the straps. It is a grounding feeling. It tells his body where he is. He looks over at Buzz. Buzz is in his own hammock, on the floor level, curled up under the instrument panel. They are stacked like bunk beds, but floating. Neil takes a deep breath of the recycled air. The smell of the moon dust, that gunpowder scent, is fainter now. The filtration system is scrubbing it away, replacing it with the clean, dry smell of pure oxygen. He wiggles his toes inside his heavy moon boots. He can feel the circulation returning to his feet. The fatigue is settling in deeper now, a heavy blanket of sleepiness. He is suspended in the hammock, suspended in the module, suspended in the sky. The darkness of the cabin is soothing. The glowing lights of the dashboard are his nightlight. They tell him that the computer is watching. The radar is watching. The guidance system is watching. He does not need to watch anymore. He lets his head fall back. He does not have a pillow. He rests his head on the ring of his suit's neck dam. It is padded. It cradles his neck. He stares up at the ceiling of the module, at the metal ribs, at the thin skin that separates him from the vacuum. He is not afraid. He trusts the machine. He trusts the math. He closes his eyes for the first time in 20 hours, and the ship hums its lullaby. Chapter 3 of 3. The Earth above the roof. The cabin is dark, but it is not silent. Now that Neil is lying still, the sounds of the ship become clearer. He listens to the heart of the eagle. Whir. That is the sound of the glycol pumps, circulating coolant through the veins of the ship, keeping the electronics from overheating, keeping the men from freezing. Hiss. That is the sound of the oxygen regulators, feeding fresh air into the cabin. A steady, continuous breath. On Earth, this might be considered noise, but here, 240,000 miles from the nearest mechanic, it is music. It is the song of survival. Neil focuses on the rhythm. It is steady, unwavering. Thrum, 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 thrum. Like a heartbeat. He feels a slight vibration in the fabric of the hammock. It travels through the metal frame of the ship, through the hooks, into the cloth, and into his back. It is a gentle massage. It lulls him. It reminds him that the ship is alive. He shifts his weight. In this low gravity, turning over is effortless. You don't need to use your muscles. You just think about turning, and your body rotates. He settles into a more comfortable position. His arms float slightly in front of him, weightless, like seaweed drifting in a current. Is less than #0. 5# is greater than. He opens his eyes one last time. He looks at the mission timer on the panel. The numbers are glowing green. The digits are flipping. 102, 45, 12, 102, 45, 13, 102, 45, 14. Time is moving forward. But here, time feels different. There is no day, no night, no seasons, just the ticking of the clock. Neil watches the seconds pass. Each second is a moment of history, but right now, they are just seconds of rest. He lets his mind drift outside the ship, through the metal roof, through the insulation, up into the black sky. He knows exactly where the Earth is. It is directly overhead, hanging in the zenith. He visualizes it in his mind. The great blue marble. He imagines the Pacific Ocean, vast and blue. He imagines the white clouds swirling over the continents. He thinks of Houston, the Mission Control Center, the rows of consoles, the men drinking coffee, the smoke of cigarettes, the nervous energy. It all seems so small from here, so busy, so loud. Here, in the Sea of Tranquility, there is only the dust and the silence. The silence of the moon is heavy. It is a geological silence, a silence that has lasted for 4 billion years. And Neil is resting in the center of it. He feels a profound sense of privilege to be the first, to be the furthest, but the pride is quiet. It is a calm satisfaction. The job is done. The landing was good. The rocks are collected. There is nothing left to do. Nothing to check. Nothing to fix. His eyelids feel heavy. He lets them close. The darkness behind his eyes is deep. He focuses on his breathing. In, out. The air is cool, dry, clean. He pulls his arms closer to his chest. The spacesuit feels warm now. The layers of insulation are trapping his body heat, creating a personal cocoon, a microclimate of comfort. He feels the presence of Buzz below him. Sleeping, he feels the presence of Mike Collins, orbiting high above them in the command module. The loneliest man in the universe, circling the moon, waiting for them to return. They are a trio of travelers, connected by invisible threads of radio waves and trust. The humming of the pumps seems to get softer. It blends into the background, becoming a part of the silence. Whir, shh, whir, shh. Neil's thoughts begin to fragment. He sees the ladder. He sees the flag standing stiff in the vacuum. He sees the blue earth. He sees the gray horizon. The gravity holds him gently, not pulling him down, just anchoring him softly, like a leaf resting on still water. He is safe. The eagle has landed. The eagle is sleeping, drifting, floating, resting. Sleep.